What is the best gigging guitar? Well, that's a bit of a loaded question, but I thought I'd take some time just to talk about which guitars I like to use for gigs and why. So no prizes for guessing what two of the three guitars are. If you've seen any of my videos before on this channel, you've probably seen this one before. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Craig. I play guitar, I play in a few different bands, and I also compose music for film and TV. So the first guitar that I'd like to talk about is my 2021 Fender Stratocaster. It's an American Pro 2. And I don't mean to cause it any offense, but it's nothing special. It doesn't have loads of mojo. It doesn't have lots of history. It's just a really good Strat. Okay, so I know that people have had kind of mixed results with, some of the, more modern production Fenders, but I'm a really big fan of this one. I've had it for, I don't know, a couple of years now. And I've used it for, well, I've lost count of how many gigs I've used this on, but it's just a super versatile guitar. It can do everything as far as I'm concerned. Because this one is loaded with a humbucker, it's an HSS version. For a lot of the music that I play, which is, I guess, kind of a bit rockier, but I also play in an 80s band, and I also play in a drum and bass band as well, where there are some pretty heavy bits in there. The humbucker comes in really handy. But also, if there's a gig where I need to do kind of like, sparkly cleans or do something fun, that's a bit funky, kind of want that sort of fourth position sound, this is going to get me there. So what does it sound like? Well, I'll show you. So this is the neck pickup. Fourth position. The middle pickup, which to be honest, I don't really ever use kind of on its own. Second position. And then first position, which is the humbucker. And it also has a split on there as well, so I can run as a single coil. So it's a really versatile guitar, and if I want to do, if I want to do like the really heavy thing, let's just, here's like a 5150 kind of amp. I mean, it gets you there, right? So it's not a super high output humbucker. It's not like it's not kind of the same output as you'd get from like a Seymour Duncan JB. I can't remember exactly what's in this guitar, but it's not something that I'd really consider changing. It does what I need it to do. It looks cool because it's a zebra, but ultimately it's just a really solid guitar. The only thing that I've changed on here is I've put locking tuners on, just because that's my personal preference. But everything else is stock. I run NYXL 10s, as I do on all of these guitars, which I'm about to show you. And the only thing that I didn't like about this guitar when I got it, I found that certain frets would just kind of buzz out, but in really random places. This is quite a flat radius neck, so quite a flat radius fretboard, so I wouldn't expect it to do anything weird like that, but it did. And obviously the frets which were buzzing out were the ones that I needed for certain songs. I know we were playing Rio by Duran Duran, and the chorus always starts on this this 14th fret on the B, and that was one of the frets which was causing me a lot of issues. So I took it to a luthier. They had a quick look at it, everything checked out right, weren't really sure why it was playing up, so in the end I decided to level and crown the frets, which I did myself, and I'd highly recommend doing this yourself as well. Don't do it on a guitar that you like or love, first of all. You know, if you have a cheaper guitar or an older guitar which needs a bit of work, and you know, if you fuck it up, you're happy to, you know, get it fixed, give it a go, because honestly I've done it on quite a few guitars since then. It saved me hundreds of pounds in paying techs and luthiers to do this sort of thing for me, and it completely transformed this guitar. It plays so much better as a result of just kind of leveling and crowning the frets. If anybody's interested in how I did that, or what I used to do it, let me know in the comments. I'll happily make a video about the process. Cool. Okay, so the other thing I like about this guitar is the fact that I don't really like anything specific about it. I'm not really attached to this guitar. It's a great guitar, but it's a tool. It does a job. It does what I need it to do, and I can always count on it. It's very reliable. If it were to break, or if I were to lose it, or if it was stolen, you know, touch wood, God forbid that ever happens, I would buy another one, because they're really great guitars. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the American Pro 2 series from Fender yet, highly recommend it. This is Miami Blue. It's a super cool color. It's really hard to kind of capture on a camera. I don't think I've ever taken a picture of it and it's looked how it does in real life. But it's definitely one of my favorite Fender colors that they do. So yeah, Fender American Pro 2 does the heavy thing, does the clean thing. Super versatile, cool guitar. So next up is a guitar that I have used, well, I use it as much as I can, if I'm honest. This is my Gibson ES-335. It's, I guess you call this like a vintage sunburst. It doesn't look vintage, it looks brand new because it is brand new. I tried maybe 30 of these, much to the horror of my wife, kind of dragging her around various guitar shops. And you know, we had a great trip to Nashville, which involved visiting places like the Gibson Garage and Carter Vintage, where I got to play a lot of these guitars. But ultimately, I couldn't find one that I liked. And there are countless videos on YouTube, lots of people, like, you know, lots of famous guitarists, lots of professional guitarists that rave about the 335 or the 335, however you call it. And I just couldn't find one. I just couldn't find one that worked for me. And it was, you know, it was really frustrating, because I love the look of them. I think they're super cool guitars. You know, all of my heroes have played one of these at some point or another, and I just really wanted one. So of all the times, as it goes, the one time that I didn't really have the money to get the guitar, or wasn't really actively looking for one, popped into our local guitar shop for a pack of strings, and this was hanging on the wall. So I didn't really want to try it out, but I was encouraged to give it a go. And let's just say I didn't just come home with the pack of strings. So yeah, I picked up this guitar. I have to be honest, it is an expensive guitar. It's not something that I would consider like a great gigging guitar just for the pure fact that it's a hollow body, it's quite fragile compared to a solid body guitar. If you buy one, well, if you buy one new or secondhand, it's still going to cost you quite a bit of money. So you probably wouldn't feel comfortable taking it out of the house. I take this out all the time. I feel like this is a guitar that needs to be played. It gets better every time I play it. I always get compliments on how it looks and how it sounds. And for me personally, it's just a guitar that I enjoy playing. And I think that says a lot about an instrument. It's something that I look forward to playing. I don't know if you ever get this, but when you think about playing like certain riffs or certain like kind of licks on a guitar, there are a lot of them that it just has to be this guitar. I use it in a country band. I don't use it in the 80s band. I don't use it in the drum and bass band. I use it for recording all the time. But to be honest, the main use for it is in the country band because that's where I play the most gigs. And it does everything I need it to do. It does all the really nice clean bits. It does the kind of the southern rock, I guess the new country kind of heavier sound that's become really popular over the past couple of years. I disagree with a lot of people that say it's the most versatile guitar, or it's kind of like the ultimate gigging guitar. I don't think it's as versatile as a Strat. I think it's different. I think it can do most things that you need it to do. But for me, if I want something that's going to do like a really kind of sparkly clean for, funk or something like that, this isn't the guitar I'm going to pick up. It can do it. It just can't do it as well as the Strat or as the other guitar that I'm about to show you, for me, in my opinion. So I'll just let you hear it. That's the bridge pickup, the middle pickup. And the neck pickup. Just to hear that a bit cleaner. So yeah, that's my 335. It's a 2023 brilliant guitar. Highly recommend trying one out. If you don't like it, try out another one. You will find one that you like. Take it from me. It will take time, but you'll get there. Okay, so last but by absolutely no means least, this is my PRS Custom 24. It's a core model. So it's a US made one, it's not an SE. This guitar actually is really special to me. This is one which I consider to be probably the ultimate gigging guitar. I think out of all of the guitars that I have, this one is probably the most versatile. It's the one that I enjoy playing the most, which I don't think I've ever said before, but now I've said it, it's true. I love playing this guitar. I play better when I play this. It's a guitar that I've had a few years now. I actually got it from the fine folks at Anderton's here in the UK in Guildford, and I went in. I think it was during COVID because we had to. I remember we called them and asked if we could come in and try out some guitars. We'd been in London for the weekend and wanted to stop by. It's always a great hang in there, and the staff are just beyond friendly. It's a great place to go, and one of the few guitar shops which still has really great customer service. So we decided to, my wife and I decided to stop by at Anderton's and just see what they had, because I really fancied a PRS. I'd always wanted one. I grew up on emo, so you know I was always listening to like Funeral for a Friend, and there were all these great bands which were using PRSs. I remember there was a guy at school that had one, and it was just like the coolest thing that I'd ever seen. So I really wanted one. I never dreamed of getting a green one. I think it's an interesting color. It has a terrible name, Trampaz Green. It just sounds bad, but it looks cool. So as I said, I got this from Anderton's. I went into the store and I played maybe 7 or 8 different custom 22s, custom 24s, and I didn't really like them, if I'm honest. I thought they looked amazing. They were works of art as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to a guitar, I think they're hands down the best looking guitars. And I couldn't find one that I liked, and I was really gutted because they had such a great selection there. But I just couldn't find one for me. As you can probably tell by now, I'm quite picky about my guitars. But I'll always buy something that you know I really love and really appreciate, or at least I'll always buy something that I feel is the right guitar for me. So I couldn't find one that I liked. The gentleman there, Paul, he mentioned to me that there was a customer in the store that was actually just trading this in whilst I was there. And he said, if you can hang on for a few minutes, you can try it out, because we're going to swap this guitar with this guy. And the gentleman was swapping it for, I think he was getting like a Johnny Marr Jag or something, which is again super cool guitar. But he was trading this guitar in, and as soon as I saw it, I knew that this was going to be the right one for me. It played amazing. It's actually quite a special one because of this. So it has a flamed maple neck, which is also stained in the same color as the rest of the guitar. So this guitar isn't it's not like a production guitar. It's not one that you can just buy from PRS. This was part of an event which I think they hold it every year. If anybody knows different, please correct me in the comments. It's an event that PRS hold for dealers to come and visit. So the folks at Anderton's actually went and saw this guitar at the PRS factory at this event and picked it to sell in their store. So they got this guitar. They sold it to the guy that I kind of got it from afterwards. So it's had a couple of owners. I haven't had it from new. It's got a bit of wear and tear to it. There's a bit of tarnishing on the bridge. There's a few kind of nicks on the finish. Nothing that you can really see. Nothing that detracts from it. That being said, I still refrain from taking this guitar out too often. I do use it for gigs. I use it in the 80s band now and again, but I really don't use it that often because I am kind of super protective about this one. That being said, it sounds amazing. It's super versatile. Let me show you what it can do. So no funky tapping on here, but it is a 5-position switch. So just the position 1, so the bridge pickup. And the second position. So both pickups. Position. And finally, the 5th position neck pickup. Just to demonstrate as well. for a long time, I called this the best sounding Strat that I had. Obviously, it's not a Strat, but I guess the quintessential kind of Strat sound, the fourth position. It just it just sounds amazing. I love the sound of it. Super cool. Just in terms of kind of overdriven sounds, I'll go back to that PV sim that I was using earlier. So just bridge pickup. Yeah, so as I was saying, super versatile guitar. It does it all. If I'm recording something, as you heard in the demo, this is one that I really go to quite a lot. Just because it's so flexible. Whatever sound I'm looking for, is a good chance I can get it from this guitar. So yeah, just in terms of the ultimate gigging guitar, I know lots of people talk about the 335. A lot of people talk about the Telecaster. I think for me, whilst this is probably one of the best sounding guitars, one of the best playing guitars, I think the Strat still pips it for me, particularly with a humbucker in the bridge. Just super versatile guitar, does the rock thing, does the funk thing, and everything in between. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your ultimate gigging guitar is. I'd love to know what everyone else is using out there, especially if it's not something that I've mentioned in this video. I've been using the Helix Native plugin for all of the sounds. I wanted to use the Nano Cortex, but the app has stopped working on my phone, so that's super frustrating. But also, probably something that I'll comment on in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around till now. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know what you'd like to see in the comments, and hit that subscribe button. It just really helps out the channel. So great. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.